Hello, you guys. It is actually next Sunday from the Sunday that you're about to see. I've been going through my footage and I'm really gutted. I filmed this really cool intro with like time lapses of watercolor paintings and it was really cool. I had it all edited and for some reason the file just corrupted and I couldn't get it back. So, sorry about that. I guess I'm just not really that great with technology. So welcome to this week. It was definitely an interesting one. All right, well, some lady just started yelling at me for not really being handicapped and being parked in the handicap parking place. But then she got closer to me and saw my neck brace. But it just makes me kind of wonder how she would have reacted had I not been wearing this neck brace. Like I wasn't 10 minutes ago. But am I any less handicapped? No. That's definitely one of the things about having an invisible illness is that people don't understand that like you don't look sick, you look young and healthy. There's no reason for you to be using these things. But she was really nice to me once she saw the neck brace. Not all illnesses and disabilities are visible. Okay guys, it is like midnight. I'm trying to simultaneously get my video edited that I'm supposed to be uploading tomorrow and doing knee brace surgery. I'm trying to like glue all these little pieces back on and it's not working well for me. I don't know what happened last night. I don't know if I had some kind of dystonia in my sleep. I'm guessing that's what happened. When I woke up this morning, I had snapped like 2 of the little pieces on the knee brace, 2 of the little, like I don't know what you'd call them, the release tabs. Today I had to just like wrap over them with sports wrap and glue them back on with like my jewelry glue. And things are not going well. Hello guys, it is Monday. Is this the first time today I'm talking to you guys? It's been a busy day, but it's basically been the same schedule and routine as every day last week and every day this week to come. I had my port access, I went to physical therapy, I went to vision therapy, I sat in the CVS parking lot. So I didn't really want to film the exact same day just over and over and over again, even though that's kind of my life right now. So I was trying to think through my day and think, okay, what don't I usually film? Which brought me to what I want to show you guys. So I told you that my physical therapist and I have been talking about how I need to work on relaxation and not taking on other people's problems. And so today I remember that my really good friend Laura had given me this little prayer tin. Here, let me show you guys. So it just says, friends are angels following you through life. And then you open it up and it says, when your head starts to worry and your mind just can't rest, put your prayers down on paper and let God do the rest. And it was like, oh my gosh, that is exactly what I needed right now. I've been writing down the names of all of my friends and then underneath it, I've been writing down all of the things that like I either want to pray for them for or you know, just the things that they're struggling with. And then I put them in this little tin. It's kind of just one of those funny little symbolic things that really do make you feel like you're giving something up. I have also been doing a little bit more crocheting because I did want to make my friend in the hospital one of those little shrugs as well. I think I'm gonna have to put this on to show you. It just looks like this. It's really cozy, really soft. I thought it would be nice for like, because she's in the hospital, and so I thought it would be nice with a Johnny to have like a little bit of modesty, you know, when someone comes in to visit you. Oh, and now it is time for me to pick a giveaway winner for the Keyara bracelet giveaway that I was having on my Instagram. Here, you guys gonna have the little behind the scenes action up there. Okay guys, it is time to pick the winner for the Keyara bracelet giveaway. I have 15 enters, so I am just going to randomly generate a number, and whichever number comment that is will be the winner. Alright, you guys ready? Number 11. Let's see who number 11 was. Let's see who the winner is. Alright, number 11 is Keyara Jennings. Congratulations, Keyara. I will be sending you a private message right now and I will get your information so I can send this your way. Don't be sad if you guys didn't win this time. There will totally be more giveaways in the future. I love doing stuff like this, so keep your eyes open. And most importantly, thank you guys all so much for helping me to raise awareness for Keyara malformation this month. We just canceled all of my appointments for tomorrow. One of the young ladies who is actually staying with us unfortunately doesn't have a caregiver here with her, and I cannot imagine going through all of this alone. I don't know how I would have done it without my mom around, so my mom offered to drive her to her pre-op appointment tomorrow, which means that she can drive me to my vision sessions, and I am totally okay with that. I have been there. Once you are here, you are part of our EDS family, and we will look out for you, and that goes for you guys as well. I know that I can't physically be there for you, but I'm always here. I know I'm not always super fast to answer my comments and my messages, but I do try my best, and I am thinking about each and every one of you. You guys are part of my family too, and know that you guys are never alone either. Uh-oh, you guys, I was just going to bed and I was flushing my port. I knew something wasn't quite right when she accessed it earlier. It was kind of stinging, but we were in such a hurry. I'm gonna have to de-access it now. And then I'm not gonna be able to do fluids tonight. Hopefully someone can come out and try again tomorrow. Oh, that really hurts. That does not look good. Oh my gosh, this is a literal bloodbath. When I took off the dressing, this needle was just hanging out of my chest, and my chest is just gushing blood everywhere. I can't get it to stop. Oh, gross. A few weeks ago, we couldn't get it to bleed. Now we can't get it to stop bleeding. I'm so over this. Why can't this stuff ever happen before I take my night meds? Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? I can't even remember at this point. Today was supposed to be my productive day, and then of course the port stuff happened in the middle of last night, which had me up all night just trying to stop the bleeding. It's finally stopped bleeding, but now I have to wait again for another home nurse to come and access it again, hopefully successfully this time, since I didn't get my saline last night. The nurse was supposed to come at like noon, and then it was 4, and then it was 4:30. And now she's saying probably 5:30. We'll see. We'll see when they come. A lot of you guys have been asking me why we don't access my port ourselves. Hold on, my arm is getting tired. I will finish answering that in a second. Okay, much better. So basically I am learning to access my own port. The nurse at home has been walking me through it. It's just something that I haven't done yet, mostly because it's pretty difficult with the fusion. I can't look down at it. I need to use only mirrors, so it's taking me a bit longer to get the hang of it. The needle really has to go straight, and between my vision and my inability to bend, it's a little bit tricky. So why doesn't my mom do it? Well, I have to say that I'm a bit of a control freak when it comes to my central lines. Even when I had the PICC line, I've always only felt comfortable with nurses and my own ability. I'm not saying I don't think that my mom could do it and could do a good job, but I'm just saying that it's not something I really feel comfortable with, to be perfectly honest, and I don't think it's something that she really feels comfortable with as well. I don't know, that could change in the future, but the risk of an infection is very scary when you have a line like this. These lines run directly above your heart, they run into your bloodstream. If any kind of mistake is made and any kind of bacteria gets in, it could be pretty life-threatening, pretty bad. So I think that really factors in as well. I want to only be able to blame myself if something goes wrong. If I were to get sepsis or something like that and my mom was accessing me, I can only just imagine the kind of guilt that she might feel, and I don't really want to burden anyone with that. So anyway, that's my little rant on it for now. Things could change in the future as we both get more comfortable with my new port, but for now I think I'm going to stick with mostly nursing care until I'm able to learn to do it on my own. Although honestly, right now, I'm seriously debating doing it on my own if this lady doesn't come. Good morning, beautiful people. It is Wednesday now, and surprise, surprise, I am getting ready to leave for vision therapy. I wanted to show you something because people ask me about my rings a lot, and I've talked about it before. Most of my rings are ring splints, so they keep my joints from hyperextending or dislocating. These are made by the Silver Ring Splint Company. A lot of you guys are especially interested in these thumb pieces. I think no one can quite get their head around whether they're medical or just fashion. They're kind of both. You guys also often ask me if the ring splints help with the CMC joint, which is the large joint at the base of your thumb here. And unfortunately, they don't make a splint for that. So I've been telling you guys about these ones. They're called Push by Metagrip. I got them off of Amazon, and they stable the CMC joint really well. But I've been giving you guys false information because I've been telling you that you cannot wear the silver ring splint at the same time as the push splint. I was having some issues with my CMC, and when I put it on today, I was able to get it very comfortably over the silver ring splint. So turns out you can wear them together. Sorry if I told you that you can't. Oh, also, my knee brace surgery worked. Those little pieces that had broken off that I tried gluing back on, it actually worked. I'm very, very surprised. Luckily, I had that like strong jewelry adhesive. Oh, beautiful. You can see how like purple my legs are from blood pooling. But these little like clasps here had completely broken off, and I just glued them back on. Now they work. And also, I noticed if I put some of that like self-adhesive sports wrap underneath it, it doesn't really slide around as much. So yay, it's awesome that I don't need to get a new knee brace. We'll see how long this holds. Guys, I'm getting kind of sad. Today was my second to last day of vision therapy while we're here. And I just feel like I'm making so much progress. It's so nice when you have the opportunity just to completely devote yourself to one part of your body. And even today, like something that I have been struggling with for like months now, just like totally clicked. And so I'm feeling really encouraged by that. Tomorrow we are going to talk about where we're going from here, and if I need to come back, and what home exercises I'm going to need to be doing. So that should be kind of interesting. I keep wanting to bring my camera in and show you guys a little bit of the setup, but unfortunately I can't really do that because there are many patients working in the same room, and obviously because of privacy reasons, I don't think it would be appropriate to bring a camera in. But honestly, it's really not a lot to see. It's just a bunch of people staring at things for a really long time. It's something you kind of have to experience. So I've been wearing these together for probably like 8 to 10 hours, and it's working great. All I can say is that it's kind of painful in the back where it crosses over, but I found that if I crossed the straps like this, it was a little bit less painful. If I decide to wear them together long term, I might put some kind of padding in there just because it kind of pushes the metal down into the bone. It might just be kind of positional, so you might have to try it out, but they can be worn together. Anyway, we are about to head out and meet up with some more EDS friends. It's so funny, like we know so many of the people who see some of the same doctors down here, and for some reason, just like everybody seems to be coming down this week. And a lot of them are staying at the same hotel, and it's really not far from where we're staying. So like every few nights it's just been like a big party where everyone gets together in the hotel lobby. It's a party of neck braces. It is not hard to find your people. And it's gonna be cool because tonight I get to meet a bunch of new faces that I only know from Facebook, so that'll be fun. Oh my gosh, you guys, tonight was so much fun. We have never been able to get such a big group of zebras together at once before, like ever. I think we had 9, well 9 if you don't count like children and parents. If you count children and parents, and we had like probably like 15 EDS patients altogether, maybe more, in this hotel lobby. It was so fun. We had lots of snacks for those who could snack, and just laughed and hung out and shared experiences. It's just really special getting to meet people that you've only met online, or making new friends that you already know you have a lot in common with. But now it's like midnight and we're just getting home. And I have 3 appointments tomorrow. We added in an extra physical therapy appointment tomorrow because we wiped my schedule clean on Friday so that we can be there for a friend who's having surgery. I'm gonna get to sleep. I'm fine, but I'm just really upset. I just like hooked up my IV fluids and hung them up, and I attached them to my peripheral IV. I was like just in such a hurry because I was exhausted, kind of watching tubing up there, and I was like, wow, it's going really slow. It shouldn't be going that slow. I wonder what's happening. But then I realized that I had forgotten to prime the IV tubing. If you don't know what that means, it means that you're supposed to run the fluids all the way through the tubing before you connect it to yourself, so that there's no air going into your system, because that is dangerous. The danger of having air in your veins is that it causes something called an air embolism, which can kind of lodge itself in your lungs or your heart or your brain or whatever and cause a stroke, or I don't know, but I know it can kill you. So we called the 24-hour line for the nursing, and of course now it's like 2 a.m. and so the nurse who was on call was just like really rude. I mean, I get it, like I woke her up, but like she was on call and this is her job. Just like, oh, there's no way that you could have gotten air into your system without injecting it. But I feel like that's not true. I don't really know what to do besides ignore it or go to the ER. I want to at least pull this IV line out because I don't feel comfortable using it because I can't tell if there's air in it or not. I think that it's going to be okay, and now that I've calmed down a little bit and thought through it, I really don't think that a significant amount of air, if any, actually entered my bloodstream. I'm mostly just mad at myself that I could make this mistake, and it was kind of like an eye-opener how easy it could be to do some things like that. I just got through saying how meticulous I am about taking care of this. I don't know if any of you guys have done this before. I feel like really embarrassed even admitting that I made this mistake, but I can't be the only one. I think that sometimes it's easy to forget when you're just caught up in your life. These things are a danger. There's always a risk. There's always a risk of infection and things like this going wrong. You have to always be really aware of that, but you can't just beat yourself up about it when you make a mistake, because mistakes happen. I'm just gonna go to sleep, and I asked my mom to like sleep in this big bed with me because I'm still kind of scared. I don't think that if I was gonna die it would make any difference. I don't think that she would wake up for anything, but it makes me feel a little bit better. Okay, good night you guys for the second time. Okay guys, if you are watching this, that means that I survived the night. I don't know, that was just a really dumb mistake on my part, and I really don't think much, if any, air actually got into my system. But it's just kind of a humbling thing to remember how easy it can be to mess up and how devastating that kind of mistake could be. And it's just so unlike me to make a mistake like that. I'm so meticulous. I usually like triple check it. Having the peripheral IV is what really kind of messed up my schedule. I have everything just perfectly scheduled into a routine, and just changing that up a little bit left a little bit of room for error there. So I'm currently line free, and I think I just need a couple days of like leaving my veins alone. So I'm gonna just try to keep drinking a bunch of water and hope that that can make me through until Monday. Alright, daily post-therapy car update. Today was my last appointment with this physical therapist down here. I'm definitely gonna miss him so much. He's really, really good, and I just enjoy talking to him. But I'm sure I'll be back and I'll see him again. This time we really got into talking about the vlogging and about you guys. I told him that you guys ask a lot of questions about my physical therapy and about how to find a therapist who does the kind of therapy that they do. When you guys ask, I usually just say look for someone who is willing to do manual therapy, look for someone who is willing to treat you as a whole body and not just one body part, and look for someone who's familiar with EDS. And he was saying that there are two main kinds of manual therapy that are quite different, one of which can be dangerous for EDS patients, especially on the spine, and that would be the more orthopedic kind of manual therapy. The same kind of goes for chiropractors. He recommends looking for a physical therapist who's trained more in osteopathic manual therapy. He said that if you find an osteopath, even someone who isn't familiar with EDS and connective tissue disorders, it is much easier for them to learn and adapt their style to what you need than someone who's trained specifically in sports medicine. So I hope that helps to answer your question a little bit. I wish that I could give you specific names in every single state and country. Unfortunately, I really don't have that for you at this point. So finding a good therapist may take a little bit of work, and you may have to go to a few different places to find the right fit. Onward to vision therapy. I am done with all of my Maryland appointments. I can't even believe it. That was like the fastest 2 weeks of my whole life. We had a little meeting at the end of my final vision session, and the doctor said that normally they would have you take a reevaluation test at this point, but he was so pleased with the progress that I was obviously making that he really had no question of whether or not we should continue. So they have decided that they would like me to continue with them, and I'm very excited about that because I obviously personally am noticing huge differences, but to have somebody else say that they're also noticing that progress is nice and it's validating. So I'm not quite sure when we will be back. We're thinking maybe around November time or maybe after the holidays in January. So now for the next couple of days I get to rest and visit with friends. A friend of mine is having surgery tomorrow, so I cleared my schedule so that I would be able to be there for her in pre-op and post-op. Nobody should ever have to be alone when they have surgery. It's very hard to advocate for yourself, especially when there are pain medications and anesthesia and large amounts of pain involved. So my mom and I decided we would actually stay an extra day, so we'll be staying till Sunday instead of Saturday, just to make sure that all of the kinks get worked out with her before we have to leave town. Hey, good morning you guys. Happy Friday. Today is the long-awaited surgery day for my friend. She is already at the hospital having some pre-surgery stuff done, and I'm about to go over there and meet her for the pre-op and probably stick around. Maybe I'll come back for a nap and then go back for when she wakes up. So I'm off. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay, well, we just got my friend sent off to surgery, and now we came back to get some of her things to bring to her when she's out of surgery and just to relax for a little while. She was in pre-op for quite a few hours. The doctor was running a little bit late, but everything is going well so far. I delivered him his little package of truffles from my physical therapist, and he was very excited about that. I could really use a nap right about now, but I might have to go back to the hospital in a little bit. I'm not sure if they're gonna let me see her immediately after surgery. I think that she's probably going to want to see my mom. So my mom is helping her to handle all of her paperwork and medications and stuff, and I'm not sure how many people they let into the recovery area, so might just stay here and rest a little bit. I personally think that the pre-op waiting area is like the worst part of having surgery. You know, all the days leading up to it, you have all this adrenaline and you're trying to get this done and that done, and then you get there and you get to the pre-op and you just sit and you wait, and that is when it hits you that you are about to have surgery. I don't know, what do you guys think? Oh, I can't close that door. I'm gonna have to go find someone to close that door for me. Hey guys, I just woke up. I just took a nap for a few hours. My mom just texted me my friend just got out of surgery. The plan had been that my mom would go back and handle some of the after surgery stuff that needs to be handled, and then maybe I would come after that. But if she is just getting to her room now, then it's probably a great thing that I didn't come, because I don't want to be in the way. I mean, it's like 7:30 now, and I think her surgery was at 11:15. So she's been at it a long day. Just really glad to hear that her surgery went well and all is good. So I guess that kind of gives me the night off. I'll probably just end up pushing and watching Netflix and maybe editing this video. I'm minding my own business in bed. I just want to lean forward and grab something from the base of my bed, and my hip just like totally slid back out of the socket. Because I have a fused spine, my lower body motion mostly comes from my hips. They also happen to be my most hypermobile joint. So this isn't exactly uncommon for me. It's more uncommon these days than it was before. Unfortunately, the hip is one of the hardest joints for me to relocate myself. It usually pretty much takes me a couple hours to be able to even get it semi in the right place. As soon as it slides out of that socket, anything below the hip I can no longer move, I can no longer feel, besides like the shooting pains that go down. And also, my hip brace is in the car, which my mom has at the hospital. This is life with EDS. It's not pretty, it's not very fun, but it's real. Just when you think you have a good side, your good side turns on ya. Alright, it looks like I've managed to get it as in place as I can. It's feeling a lot better. I'm getting sensation back. Unfortunately, that sensation is pain, but you know, sensation is sensation. We'll take what we can get, and I just got some pillows under it because it's probably not going to stay in place if I try to move it. So we are just going to leave it, and it's gonna be okay. And I will put my brace on it when my mom gets home. I'm getting so exhausted, but the pain is so bad. I can't sleep and I can't get to any of my pain medication. So the only thing that I have within reach are these like essential oil rollers that are supposed to help with pain. I'm not sure if there's enough wintergreen in the world to touch this, but we're gonna try this. This is Muscle Aid. What is this one? This one says Rapid Relief. Alright. Let's try both of these. Yay! The brace has come back. And so has my mom. But mostly the brace. So I look like some kind of ridiculous sci-fi character with this hip brace and this knee brace on. But my hip is finally starting to settle and the pain is getting a lot better. Can't say that I really think the essential oils made a huge difference in my pain relief, but I smell fantastic. Peppermint, cinnamon, wintergreen. I literally smell like the gum aisle in the supermarket. Hello you guys, it is Saturday night. Well, technically it's Sunday morning, but same difference, right? Our trip to Maryland has come to a close. It is time to pack up once again and say goodbye. We had a really nice night tonight. We had a bit of a multi-purpose party for our lovely host. It was a birthday party.
Happy birthday, love Cherokee. Balloons and a birthday cake, and we have cake crumbs on the bed. It's okay, it's all good.
For some of us, it was a going away party, and for others, it was kind of a one last hurrah before surgery. So we just had a bunch of friends over, having dinner together and having birthday cake, and then playing a little game of bingo where I won this super cool carved bear whistle. So this way, if I ever have an emergency and I can't call out, I can annoy the heck out of my rescuer. I say it every time, but it's getting increasingly difficult for me to leave. I just have so many friends here, and I feel so called to be here. Because really, besides being here for my own benefit and my own therapies, I really felt like we were meant to be here to help others out who are at different points in their journey. Every time we leave, I just leave a little bit more of my heart here. And I just wonder if someday I'll decide to stay. I don't really know what my future has in store for me, but I kind of feel like even though EDS doesn't really define who I am because it affects every part of my life, I kind of can't be separated from it. If all of a sudden right now I was totally cured, I don't know if I could go back to just living a normal life. This condition and this journey has really changed me and changed who I am as a person. I don't know if it's for the better or not, but I know that I can't really go back. So who knows, maybe I'll end up down here permanently someday, or maybe I'll end up in Rhode Island or Connecticut. Anyway, I should go because I should be getting a little bit of sleep before our car ride tomorrow. It's like probably past like 3:30 in the morning. But I do just want to thank you guys so much for coming along on this week with me. If you liked this video, it would be cool if you would give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, you can hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next week. Goodbye!